Hello, Julie.
Hello, Tina. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Thank
wearing
you.
my pom
Yes.
poms for you.
I see. I wish I was looking for something that I could wear, but I couldn't find anything I had. You have the cutest
I
stuff.
I almost thought of like getting like a cupcake and putting a candle on it and saying like, "Oh, blow it out." But I wasn't organized. I was, like sloughing.
I know, right? I've been
So,
so unorganized lately too. It's not your fault.
yeah. Yeah.
But thank
So,
you. Thank you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I guess as we're waiting for people to join in, I hope people are joining in. We are going to talk about the energies for May,
Yes.
according to numerology, the tarot, the spirit animal that came through, and also whatever psychic vibes we get. And
Yes.
yeah, so we want to address it all. And there's a lot. And also, too, we encourage and welcome viewers to add in the chat room. So if you've got questions about the month of May or what we share, as long as it's not a personal, because we're not doing personal readings, it's a collective reading
Yes.
for the masses. We welcome that. If you want to put in like your own insights, go ahead. Like, we are all in this together, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to find it on Facebook. Like usually I get a reminder that we're on and I can click on it, but I'm not
Oh,
getting that.
I don't
Isn't
know.
that weird?
Yeah, I mean,
Huh.
technology, there's so many things
Yeah.
go and change, right?
But you're seeing us? You're seeing us on Facebook right now?
I think so because there's a few, like you've got, yeah, there's a
Oh,
few. Oh, and you got
okay.
some birthday wishes. Can you see the
Oh, I
comments?
no, I'm not even getting a reminder. Let
Oh,
me get
okay.
out and get back in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So Arlene Cortez says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Arlene.
And
That's sweet.
Joanna, I'm going to just say Joanna Marie because she's got a long name.
Yeah.
She says happy
Oh,
birthday.
thank you, Joanna.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
beautiful Joanna. Yeah. So yeah,
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I get glitchy over here. You know that.
yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, I'm not. If anybody else is putting in comics, same thing. I don't know either. So um, I just see those two ladies here. So, anyways, we'll
Okay.
carry on. Maybe
Okay.
things will
That's
pick
right.
up. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. So yes, so I read your May energy forecast, which I thought was great because I was so happy to see that the energies are lifting a little bit because April was really friggin' hard.
yeah,
And 2021 has been very difficult. You know, we thought we
yeah,
were escaping things out of 2020 being our worst year, and then here came the year of change in 21. And to kind of help us learn all these lessons, these hard lessons that we've really gone through as a collective, shortages and fear. And I was just telling you, Tina, that I was seeing on TV. My husband Michael was telling me that there were 9 mass shootings in the US over Mother's Day weekend. I mean, the intensity of these times has never been higher. And it's hard to deal with that kind of intensity. I know even in my own personal life, we've been going through some health issues with my dad.
yeah,
And we've been hearing some really, really hard things. These things are coming at us that are so hard to stomach. It's like getting a punch in the gut with these things that are being told to you that are happening in real life. You can't deny it's happening.
yeah,
So you're just getting these kicks in life. And then, but somewhere in me, I have hope. I have
mm,
hope that I'm learning here. I'm learning how to, like we were talking about, create boundaries and trust and open up and but have boundaries. You've got to protect your energy right now for sure, and
yeah,
that's where the porcupine comes in. I think
yes, yes, yes.
protect yourself.
Hmm.
And I was also reading that the porcupine is the animal to really have us shed our guilt and shame that we've been
Yes,
carrying, because the quills
yes,
become like poison under the skin if you're stuck with these quills. So
yeah.
don't let them fester, these old wounds. Yeah.
I know, I know, I know the same thing too, because when I read on the porcupine, I was like, all right, like I don't take credit. I'm not trying to sound like above it all, like I'm
No, I
wonderful.
know
But
what you
I
mean.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm just blown away because
Yeah.
I'm like the audience in that sense, because it's like, I wonder why, and I kind of
Yes.
question, why would the porcupine, like that's a,
It's an odd one.
yeah, that's a really interesting animal to have for everyone, and it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a pleasant animal. And then when I read all the traits and themes, right? Because I mean, I know only so much about it,
That's
and I'm
right.
like, wow, I'm just amazed, like how it's like, it balances the other messages through numerology and the tarot, right?
It does.
Because,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes.
and it all ties in, because it's
Yes.
like, yeah, so it's like, and they said too, it's the porcupine is good, is a helpful guide through tough times. Like it
That's right.
helps us, work through our grief, through our depression. And you said like our shame and guilt. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I was just blown away. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And
Me
they,
too.
like, people think like because of their quills it's heavy, but it's actually, I read, they're buoyant, like they're able to, when they go in the water they don't drown, it's not
Oh,
heavy,
that's
it actually
interesting.
lifts them up, they're able to stay above water because of it.
Wow.
Isn't that
Look at that.
amazing?
That's amazing.
So
Yes.
that's a sign for us. So it's like I tell people, okay, if you're going through a tough time right now, like just imagine, ask, that this spirit animal, just saying light and love, porcupine, come and help me, rise
Yeah.
above this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Situation. So it may not solve it, it may not go away, but it helps maybe lift you above it so you can see what to do next, or
That's right.
help you gain a better perspective, or not get
Right.
so caught up in the emotion of it, right?
That's
So
right.
yeah, so that's where you can. And I find like, what else did it say? um
Yeah.
Oh, it's a solar animal and fire animal, and I didn't
Oh,
know that.
I didn't know that either.
And the number one, because it's a number one this month, is
Yeah.
fire, is the fire element. So I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I know all these synchronicities. I was
Yeah,
blown away
yeah. It's
too.
just, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. And the I love the keep your head above water
Mm,
analogy you just put there, because that's how I feel like I am doing with everything. I'm trying to keep my head above water and see the broader perspective of things instead of living in the grit of it, of what I'm being told in the moment.
yeah,
Um, just keep your head above water so you can breathe and survive. And distraction too, because when I first, my sister and I have gone through so much in the past couple of weeks with dad. We've really
mm,
gone through a lot together, as we have our whole lives. But I of course turned to spirituality, and I had this wish. I wanted to wish my dad healthy. And so on the full moon in Scorpio on April 26th, I did my moon potion and I did my ceremony. And the very next morning, I drank it down and I was doing my praying and all of my things. And I carried this crystal around with me all week. And long story short, it worked. What I had wished for came to pass. And it just showed me that the universe is still filled with magic. Don't give up hope. Just because you're hearing something and you're feeling this
yeah,
crushing weight of something, there's always hope. There's always this wish. There's always magic alive in the universe. And so that was the angels telling me, don't give up on magic. Just because you're
yeah,
hearing something bad, don't give up on that yet.
yeah, yeah,
And so it helped so much just to distract myself, if nothing else. And I had to keep myself at a higher level of thinking. I couldn't go into those dark places, because then that would have ruined my wish.
yeah, yeah,
So it was so
yeah.
helpful. It was so helpful for me.
That's good.
So,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I think like coming out of April, because it was like a heavy, dark energy, and then going into May, it's a light energy. It's like seeing the light in things. So that's wonderful
Yes.
story that you shared. Like, you're going through a dark time,
Yeah.
and having a dark experience with your family, but you chose to sit with that, but to like see the light and work with the
And
light and all
not
that. And
only
that's
see the light,
beautiful.
actively seek out the light.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was
Yeah.
the difference. I wasn't
Mhm.
waiting for the light to hit me or to have this epiphany of what I was doing. I actively sought it out. And
Yeah.
I found it in every day. I found signs, miraculous signs, really, in every day that I held this crystal against my chest. So it was a wonderful week that way. And so that just kept me so much lighter. And, my father's not gone yet. And there's a lot
Yeah.
of things that can be done now. And, so now
Yeah.
I'm on that path. Now I'm like, well, let's just see where this takes us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And celebrate life
And
with him,
celebrate life with him. Exactly right.
because
Not
he's
mourn
not,
his death. That's
that's right. Because
right.
he's not dead yet.
That's
Right.
right. And what a
Yeah.
waste of time.
That's right.
So
That's
that
right.
was kind of a shift for me. And it really did show me what you seek, you will find. If I went that misery route and said, well, all is lost, this is just how my life goes, everything bad happens to me, it's my birthday, I want to celebrate, which I have done so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And in this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to actively seek out the light. I am not going to sit and wait for it to come to me. And
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cheryl has a question about your story.
Oh, yes.
What crystal did you carry around?
Right. I'll
So
show it
talk
to you.
about that.
I have it right here.
Oh,
So I
that's a big
imagine
one.
it's a big one. But see, I had a big problem because some tumors were
I don't mean
found
to
on
laugh in
my
a
father's
disrespectful way.
I love
I'm
it too.
just, and I'm the type of person, I carry tiny ones. Okay. So anyways, go ahead. Sorry,
I
I didn't mean
used see that's different for me too because I will always take the easy route. You know what I mean? I would have got a little tiny pebble and
Yeah.
stuck it in there, but no, I had to torture myself with this one. But I did put a lot of intention into this because what I did was so my father started having some pain in his belly area, his higher belly area, and they found some tumors there. So which was scary in itself. So
Mhm.
so I put my intention that this was my father's liver. And I cleansed this crystal every day. And before the moon potion, I carried it with me. And I put all of my good intent for a healthy liver. I just imagined that I was seeing light only in here and pushing all the dark out with my intent. And this was the crystal that I put in my moon potion too as well. So this crystal means a whole lot to me because it did manifest what I was asking for. In fact, Tina, without going into too much detail, that it word for word of what was said to me after I did my potion.
Yeah.
So it was a miracle for me, and I'll never
Yeah.
forget it, no matter what happens now. So I'm just keeping
Yeah.
this with me still, and that's the
Yeah.
crystal that I use, Cheryl.
Okay.
Yes.
So what kind of crystal is it
I
called
think
again?
it's a yellow citrine.
Okay, so Cheryl, I hope you got that yellow citrine,
Yellow citrine.
and it looks like that. And then,
Yes.
can you tell us how you clean the crystal? Because everyone has a different way of doing it, and it'd be great to hear how you like to
Yes.
clean your crystals.
So I have an organic soap that I use that I just clean my crystals with that. And I don't use any chemicals. I don't soak them in anything like that. I just make sure, and I only use the water soluble, the ones that won't break apart in water. If
So
I'm
soap,
doing it in the
is it a liquid soap or
it's a
bar
liquid soap that I have. It's
Okay.
an organic, I got it at Sprouts.
Yeah, we don't have that here. We don't have that.
Oh, in the US they're big, but
So
it's
is it like dish
healthy.
soap, I guess, right? Dish soap?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a body lotion type
Oh,
thing
okay.
that I
Okay.
have.
So,
Yeah.
so I guess any kind of organic.
Yeah, I just don't like the
Okay.
chemicals in there.
Okay.
Is my
Okay.
thing. So I think it's made
Okay.
out of goat's soap, something
Yeah,
like
those
this.
smell nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just want to be clear. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like get the details.
But
Yeah.
I always do cleanse them before because I am going to be drinking that water. So I make sure, everything's pretty sterile. I always do that
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
with the water and everything too. So I just try to be
Yeah.
careful because you don't need trouble on trouble that you're wishing away.
Yeah. No, that's actually quite good. I've never done that. Like when I clean my crystals, there's two things I like to do. So I like to soak it in Himalayan salt water.
Oh, yeah?
So I'll just
That's
use water
great.
and put
Yes.
Himalayan salt. And again, I like to use organic, right?
Mhm.
And I like to kind of sit it on a ledge where the sun is hitting it.
Yeah.
So it's like a combination of both, right?
Yes.
But
I mean, I use the moonlight to cleanse them too. I
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah,
just
that
cleanse
works
crystals
too.
in the moonlight.
Mhm. Yeah. But where I live right now, I don't get the moonlight coming through my place, and I don't have a private yard right now. So anyways,
Yeah.
that's going to be changing for me soon. But
Yes.
because I'm moving at the end of the month.
Yay.
Bigger and brighter and better.
Congratulations. Yes, it
Yeah.
looks beautiful. I can't, I'm
Yeah.
so excited
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Me too. So yeah, so good things can happen, you guys. I think
Um,
this is, I think, going to be like a month of like, new things popping up for us. And I mean, it's not necessarily about, okay, we see it to the end right now, or we see how it all turns out right now. It's like, sometimes it's just like initiating or the individual of the new
yes,
beginning. Yeah.
that's right.
So,
I was reading Arlene. She said that she's been
okay,
going
sure.
through a lot of that, where she lost her mom on the 4th of July, almost 16 years ago. So Mother's Day is always hard, as well as I
Mm.
lost my great aunt to cancer this past February.
Oh,
So I heal with crying. Not sure if that makes sense, but it's every time I hear Free Bird by the Beatles. I have cried up back and forth so many times, right? Crying is such a great release and healthy, I think. So, yeah.
yeah. And I'm a crier,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Julie knows, like, I don't know how many times we talk and I say to her, I'm going to be crying. Like, I don't always, but I cry. Yeah. So I'm a crier, and
You
people who are
prepare
close to
me.
me know that.
Yeah.
I feel crying, like there's no shame in it. And I think we have to stop apologizing for it, because I know I've done that, and I'm, switching that around. It's like, I'm not apologizing for my crying anymore.
Yeah.
Because
I,
I'm releasing,
I
I'm
agree.
healing myself with my tears. I have to get it out, and
Yeah.
that's how I get it out. And I'd rather cry than get angry or throw a tantrum or keep it bottled up. It's not good to keep it bottled up.
No.
Arlene, I understand Mother's Day being hard. So it'll be my mom went it'll be 13 years on May 17th. My mom's passed away. And Mother's Day, I mean, sometimes I'm okay with it. Sometimes it's hard, because she went into the hospital on May 10th, and it happened to be Mother's Day that day when she went in,
Yeah.
when the year that she passed away. So Mother's Day, is bittersweet for me, because it's like, we celebrated, but then it ended on a, hard note, where she wasn't well and had to be, go to the hospital, and ended up passing away at the end of the week there.
Yeah.
So I want to
That's
say
hard.
it's hard, like, I don't think you ever get over it, right?
Well, you
Yeah,
never
I
get
think
over your mom. Never. Even my husband,
no.
Michael, we were talking about that yesterday. Mother's Day's been so bittersweet for us the past, 7 or 8 years. My mother-in-law died in 2013. So
Mm,
yeah, you never, he misses her every Mother's Day. We
yeah,
talk about her, we
yeah,
talk stories, and we cook things she liked to cook and bring her
mm,
into our home, but she's not there physically, and it hurts,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
for all of us,
yeah. And I
Arlene.
think
Yeah.
that's the hardest. Like, when people say, oh, you so much time, especially when they go like, so much time has passed, oh, you should be over it. And that
Hurts.
gets my goat, because
Right.
I think it's like, a lot of us understands that. Like, we know that in the back of the mind, right?
Right.
But I think what we miss is that physical presence.
Right.
So it's like, for me, it's like, as much as I know and what I practice, it's like, I miss my mom physically. Like, I want to hug her. I want to
Yeah.
take in her smell.
Yeah.
I want to hear her voice. I want to feel her, touch. Those things are just, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not the same as it would be in spirit,
No,
or,
indeed.
connected to the heart or in your mind, right?
Yeah.
So we just, Arlene, it's okay. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
I think, the loss, the big thing is like the physical presence of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just no escape from it. There's no escape. That's just a reality we all have to live in. And some people just have a really hard time. I think that's
Yeah.
when people are telling them, you need to get over it now. If it's impacting your life to where you're not living your fullest life now, which I don't know how you do, because I haven't lost
Yeah.
my mom yet. But I
Yeah.
think that's where people start to say, well, come on now, but I don't know that it's ill. You know what I mean? Like, I think they want you to live your highest life,
Yeah.
where that's coming from. But but
Yeah.
it's just so hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I think it depends too the relationship you had with your mom.
Yeah.
Because not everyone has a
Yes.
good
That's
relationship with
right.
their mom,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, so let's say whether it's your mom or a mom figure,
That's what I
right?
was going to say. Does it matter? Yeah.
You know, when they pass away, it's like they were your go-to. Like they were your security blanket or your sense of comfort,
Yeah. You're
right?
right.
Because it's like no matter
Yeah.
how you felt or what you were going through, like they accept you, like they
That's
take
right.
things, right? Like they you can call and say things to your mom and she'll take it. They take it, right? Because they're
Yeah.
your, yeah.
They're so
So most of the
strong.
time, like not all moms, but you know, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. She says she came to her in her dreams 2 times after she passed away. And those are always magical dreams when you really can have a visitation in your dream life, because those are the dreams that are so real in that moment for you that it's literally
Yeah,
like they're right there. And I think they are right there for you in that moment, you know?
yeah. So I would say, you know,
Oh, and Nicole, is it Nicole dreamt
yeah.
of hers last night too? Look at
Oh,
that. See,
what
they
a
visit
nice,
us. Yeah.
yeah. So I want to say to Arlene, I just feel like your mom comes around, even though you may not dream of her, right? So, because they can show up. So try not to get hung up on whether you dream of her or not. Because I mean, it can be upsetting, especially when we want it so badly, right? Especially when we want to feel them or we want a sign from them and
Yeah.
it doesn't come. And I don't really have a good explanation as to why.
I think I might have a little explanation. I think
Okay,
they
I'd
are
love to hear it.
constantly sending us signs, but for us, it's not good enough. It's not the one we wanted. You know, we always have
Okay.
these prefixed ideas of the signs we're looking for because, like, mom and I always loved, you know, pansies. So, but if it's not a pansy, that's not a sign. And yet, mom's throwing you so many other things to say, remember this, you know,
Oh,
or
yeah.
I feel like that might be happening, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, they can come through smells, right? Like, because,
Right?
um, I mean, like for me, because I was there when my mom took her last breath. But before that happened, I kept saying to my mom, "You make me promise you're going to come and visit me. You're going to come
Yeah, my mom and I do that
and
all the
watch
time.
over me
Yeah.
when you pass away." And she would murmur. She'd be like, "Yes, I promise," right?
Right.
And I don't know how many times I just like, you know, if somebody was in the room with me, they'd be like, "Tina, give your mom a break. She knows, okay?
You know what is so
You don't have to
funny,
keep
right?
telling her." I mean,
Right?
yeah.
It's so funny that he's saying that. Yeah, because those are the signs you're getting that you're just like, you know, you're like, no, that wasn't her. And it's
Yeah.
totally her,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Arlene is saying that she just said something that I was laughing at too with the collage. Oh, okay. In her closet, she has a collage of pictures of her. That's so
Oh,
funny that you say that. I have a collage of my mother-in-law in my closet of my mother-in-law. So that's so weird, right?
why do you put it in the closet? That just seems odd.
I haven't hung it in this newer house. We've lived here for 6 years now, and I haven't hung it where I want it yet. I haven't found the
Oh,
spot. So it's sitting in my closet. So when I walk out of
okay.
my closet, because I have like a walk-in closet, and when I come out, there she is. So it's so funny.
Oh,
I
I
guess that's just her
see.
sign to say I'm here, right? Because
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
showing
yeah,
me. Yeah.
yeah. Interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's really big. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
like
That
that.
is nice. That's lovely. That's very lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about. I mean, this is wonderful. I love it when we talk about
Yeah.
all these different things. This is
Right.
wonderful. Um,
And Nicole, you're saying Me Too. Did you have a dream of your mom? What was Me Too with the picture? What
yeah,
is that about? Yeah, I'm
yeah,
curious.
yeah. So I always seen it. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So,
and she's got her in the closet of her kids. Oh, so
mm,
they're in her kids' closet. That's really cool.
okay.
Okay,
So,
so yes, what did you want to talk about?
oh, I was going to say, well, let's go back to May 2021 energy forecast. So,
Yes.
so we were talking about the porcupine.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So Nicole, she was referring, she was there for her mom's last breath.
Oh, see, these
Yeah.
are moments,
See,
aren't they?
so
Yeah,
we share a common experience. I want to say, so that makes us kind of like kindred souls, Nicole.
sure.
So
You both understand.
yeah, we both understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we can be there for others who lose their mom or a loved one, right? Because
That's right.
we we can, you know, we're relatable. So anyways,
Yes.
my heart to you, Nicole, because
Yes.
that's such a precious and, you know, difficult thing to go through or to have in a way, because it's
Yeah.
so emotional. Yeah. So,
Right.
okay.
Yes.
So I wanted to say one more thing because we were talking about the porcupine and then we got like
Yeah.
off onto this other
Sidetracked.
tangent. So the other one thing I wanted to say about the porcupine is the quills. So and the protection. So I want to say like that's very important for us. So make sure you take steps to protect your mind, your body, your soul, your
Yeah.
heart. Um, also too could mean like people might try to take barbs at you or you know,
Yeah.
attack you. And it's like you put your back up, right? So
Yeah.
you might be doing things to protect yourself unconsciously, but it's, you know, to protect
Yeah.
your own sense of well-being or, you know, what you're going through because it's like, oh, you feel attacked. And then watch your words because you know, we could find ourselves in situations where we're the ones throwing the barbs at others, right? So watch your words, watch what you know, say, what you do, and how you react. So, you know, just be aware of that because it goes both ways with the porcupine, right? Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it balances out the positive and negative traits. So, yeah, so that's
Absolutely.
that. All right. So, May, are you wanting to do the tarot? Because, so for me, I had the Wheel of Fortune, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna add, right? You want to add tarot to that.
I didn't
Yeah.
really have anything that popped out. The only thing I was looking at was the world card with that too. But that is
Oh,
all
okay.
about changing of the guards type thing too, the changing of the energy type, the shift in energy.
Right.
Out with the old in with the new type thing. But that all goes with the wheel as well. So the wheel is absolutely that, you know, and it's a number 10, which
Yeah.
comes into the number ones for like the
Yeah.
month of May. So
Yeah.
the wheel is it's kind of hard because you feel a little off balance when you're standing on the wheel. It's you're in between, and so you have to really catch your balance before that shift happens. And it's happening for all of us on the collective as well with this changing of the guards. The intensity is so high because the institutions we have relied on forever seem to be crumbling down around us, you know, and that's very scary. It's the healthcare, it's education, it's government systems, it's even communities are starting to really break down these
Yeah.
systems of our weave work here is just kind of coming unraveling here.
Yeah.
But that's what the wheel does, and you have to go through that unraveling, of course, to get to the new. I mean, this is
Yeah.
how the shift works, how the change happens, you know. But you're
Yeah.
unsteady and you're unsure, and I think that's where the protection comes in a little bit here because we're rebuilding our foundations. You know, our foundations have been crumbling away, those institutions, and so as a whole, we really are rebuilding, and that's always exciting. It really, really is
Yeah.
exciting to have these new systems come in that will work because these older systems don't work, you know, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we need the new ones, but it's tough right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, keep your energy protected.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a year of change. And then May is a 5 month, the year's a 5. So it's like double the fun, double
Like
the
me,
trouble.
I'm
Yeah.
55 today.
Oh, wow. There you go. Right.
Right?
That's wow, Julie. Good for you for sharing your age.
Oh
You
God,
look
right?
wonderful. You don't look 55. You
I'm
don't.
as right. Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're beautiful.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I feel some days I feel 65, some days I feel 55.
Oh, it's okay. I'm a little younger than you, and some days I feel like I'm 100. It's
Right.
actually, I'm like, oh. Anyways,
Right.
yeah. So
But the fives are all about the tens are all about completion. Five is about change, 10 is about completion. So I think we are
yeah,
feeling a little bit of both here, right?
yeah, yeah. And like the 5, it plays in because it's like, and I keep, it's funny when the Wheel of Fortune, I keep hearing the phrase reversal of fortune, reversal of fortune. And it's not always connected to our finances.
Right.
It could be, um, in love. It could be
Right.
with family. It could be with career. It could be with
Right.
health, right? So it could just
Yeah.
mean like things are going to reverse. Like, because the double five is like, double the change, like double things going a different direction. And I know not everyone likes change. It can be scary. It brings like uncertainty because we don't know. We're creatures of habits, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because we like that comfort, we like that certainty. And it's like, well, change is about moving us in a different direction for, better,
Yeah.
for improvement, even though it may not feel like it at the time and it doesn't look like it.
Right.
So, and like life is always changing, like look at nature. It goes through all the cycles of change and it doesn't complain, really, right?
Yeah, right.
And they adapt, they do well, they
Thrives.
thrive eventually.
Yeah.
So I think that, we can take our cue from that, that can be an
Absolutely.
inspiration.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think, with the reversal of fortune, I just feel like there'll be opportunities for those who have been, I don't hate to say suffering, but let's say struggling. And maybe maybe even suffering, where it's like things will improve, like things will lighten up. It's going to turn around for you. Your world is going to turn around. So it's like, hang in there. It's okay. Things are getting, going to be better. Yeah. Getting better. Yeah. And if you feel like, oh, you elevate it a bit and it's like, oh, there's a setback, hang in there. It's gonna go up again. Like just something changed, something needed to work its way out or away from you to make room for, to make it better.
Right.
Like to
Absolutely.
to have you go more on top. So yeah, so hang in there.
Hang in there. Keep your head above water.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And let's see. But it's interesting too, like reversal of, I just want to say one more thing. Like I'm wondering, like if that means like any of the big businesses or corporations, if any of them are going to like drop down, like if there's going to be like a sudden drop, right?
Well,
I don't follow the stock market or anything, so I don't know.
I can tell you I had a sudden drop this morning when I learned why Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are getting divorced. Did you hear this?
Oh, really? No, why?
Because in 2013, he started hooking up with Epstein, that famous pedophile right?
Sorry, I made a say. Guy, I don't like him. I don't like his energy.
I learned this
guy.
This morning. Yeah, I learned this morning that she told him, I don't like this guy. And he was hanging out with him. So that was like my shattering of a reversal of fortune, because what are you doing? Right?
Yeah. That's a good example, because it's not, there you go. It's not about money, but it's affecting his reputation.
That's right. He's right. He just crumbled in my mind. He just literally went down to his dirt.
Yeah.
Right. Because he has daughters. What kind of man does this tell us who you are? Right. So it had nothing to do with his microchips and vaccines or nothing like this. It was an issue with this. Yes. So
because it's about humanity and
exactly. We've all been so wounded by these people, just wounded by them. Yes.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So the fall from grace has already started happening for a lot of these people. And I think you were absolutely right about secrets coming out, and, the truth will prevail at all times. The truth comes out,
because I'm going to go back. We're not a 5 month, but we're feeling like the influence of the 5 year and being the 5th month of the year. So that's communication. So it's like all these stories are going to start coming out.
That's right.
Right. And what stories are going to cause people to crumble and fall, right? And what stories are going to cause others to rise, because it's like, oh, so sometimes maybe your terrible story or heartbreak might be the thing that elevates you and helps elevate those around you, right? So
yes, you are somebody's hero, no doubt.
That's right.
Hello, Eleanor. Speaking of heroes.
Eleanor. Hi. I was just going to say real quickly, I don't know if Eleanor, you were one of the winners in last night's free weekly card draw.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you saw your, the card reading, but if you haven't, I just wanted a heads up,
Congratulations.
I think she'll be happy to hear what her message is. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good for you. Yes,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
So,
I'm terrified of, I used to be terrified of change. You were speaking about change and how scary
yeah.
that is. I
Yeah.
used to fight change tooth and nail because I just liked my life. I didn't want anything in my life to change. I just was terrified of that. But the last, since I'd say 2012, really with this whole end times mentality, it's been dark, it's been, gloomy, and I'm ready for change. I want that shift to happen. I want humanity to rise up here and say we are not going to tolerate pedophilia. Don't care how much money you have.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. It's happening because I feel this anger in me with these heroes, that people
Yeah.
worshipped, and then they're you know, uh, just the
Yeah.
opposite of a hero.
That's
Yeah,
right. And that could
yeah,
be the Wheel of Fortune, who we put on
what
the
I feel.
pedestal, right?
Yes, that's right.
And it's like,
Right,
okay, maybe
right.
they're
It's
not
time
so
for
great.
change.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah, like they need, like they're falling. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. And I think, it's a time where, people say like we're all alike, or, I'm like you, especially some of these bigwigs, I'm going to call them.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, but you know what? You're not. You don't
No,
act like it. You think you're above it
right.
all still. And,
Exactly.
and when it comes to like the pedophiles and sex trafficking, human trafficking, I hope now that's going to reverse.
Me too.
And it's like, okay, it's because these are things that I think we have to tackle it from the top, and they've been
Yeah,
tackling it from the bottom. And
right.
that doesn't get us anywhere,
No,
right?
no,
Because the ones on
no.
the top who are part of this, they don't want to be caught, right? They want to stay at the top of it all, above it all. So it's
That's
like
right.
I'm hoping this Wheel of Fortune is showing that, okay, it's time we get the ones at the top. It doesn't matter who they are, their prestige, whatever. It's like, it's time we gotta
Yeah.
tackle this issue from the top instead of always from the bottom, because from the bottom is not working. It's not doing
No,
anything.
it's
It's
not.
not even making a dent in healing. And I don't want to say
No,
solving. I don't like that word.
no.
Healing, maybe, um, you know, taking
Yeah,
care. I don't. What would
yeah.
be the way? Like, like, I don't want to say solving or taking care. I don't like that either.
I know, because it's like I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it feels biblical almost. It feels like the times of Moses, where they were just gone so crazy. And I don't know what it's an intensity, right? There's an intensity right now that
Yeah,
goes beyond our control. And then you have these high players controlling it all because money is so godly in our eyes, and that's a worldwide thing. Is this, it's not even money, it's the want for more money, and
yeah. Or
greed, I
greed.
guess. Greed.
Greed, yeah. So, and the greed, it's like, not just the money, but it plays out in their power,
Yeah,
right? Because they have control. So they're
of
greed for more
course.
control.
Right.
Yeah, like, so I'm glad the Wheel of Fortune. I
Me
feel
too.
pumped about the Wheel of Fortune being the
Me
card
too.
for the month and for the masses. Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's
me
go
too.
Wheel of Fortune.
Let's go,
Woohoo.
Wheel of Fortune.
And maybe it could be too, like, this could be a fun game to play, because is it still on TV? Is that game show
I
still on
think it is.
TV?
We play it on our Roku TV at night.
Oh,
Michael
do
and
you?
I.
Oh, I didn't
Yes.
even know. I've got Roku TV. I didn't
Oh,
know it
it's
was
so
on.
fun. We sit and play
Okay.
Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Hazel. It's so good to see you. She says happy birthday, and she's missing her family in Calgary. Arlene has had a grandbaby girl almost a year ago, and 2 days ago, a new baby boy. So I'm anxious to see my great grandbabies. Can't go
Oh,
yet. Oh, congratulations to all of you. Boy, do you
that's
guys deserve some
wonderful.
happiness.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you, Hazel, hang tight. I bet you're going to see them soon enough. I feel this summer you will. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to come. They might come to you though. I don't know, but
Ooh, hang in there.
I'm
Keep
just
your
going to
head
share
up.
that with you. Yeah. And Becca's here. Thanks, Becca, for
Hi,
joining.
Becca. Yeah, it's so good to see you again. Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank
we're
you,
so
Eleanor.
so we're not doing personal readings this show, Becca. It's about the forecast for May is for the collective according to numerology, the tarot, and the spirit animal. And we already talked about the spirit animal and the tarot. The other thing too, for anyone who's missed the broadcast, you can watch it later because it is recorded. And also too, it's in written form, and you can find it on the website, enlightenedenergy.com, and on the Facebook page. But if you still can't find it and you want it, just reach out and we'll gladly share it to you. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about, I guess, the key words according to numerology, because it's a number 1 month. Also the number 2, well, I guess I go 10/1. So 10, that's the Wheel of Fortune as well, like you said, Julie, but a number 1 month. So, yeah, so it's about individuality came up. So it's the individual, and expressing your individuality comes through strongly. So I feel like people are going to be firm and maybe brave about expressing who they are, or expressing what they're looking for, what they need, or what they want.
Yeah, I feel
Right?
the same way about the one. It made me think of I pulled this before when you were talking about the one, the Emperor. The Emperor energy can be like an arrogant, bossy, controlling figure in a card reading. But it's also just the boss of your own life, taking control finally of your own life, and standing on your own. The one number is all about standing on your own. Now that can get a little lonely sometimes when you don't have that Empress, energy with you. But it's a road we all have to take at some point in our lives. We all have to stand on our own, and not rely on external circumstances or external factors even for us to be uplifted and happy. So it's hard. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is. And sometimes expressing your individuality, or doing, going for what you feel you want, you have to do it alone. You got it. Like you're not going to have the support, or maybe, the kindness around you, or,
right.
that you feel you need, because there are moments in life where, you got to do it on your own. Like that's part of life. That's, one of the ways to be.
And it's frightening for people around you when they see you standing on your own 2 feet without their help. It frightens them because they feel a little useless around you, or it is hard on others around you to see you change, and really take control of your life.
Yeah.
But it's just a process, and those that are around you will, you'll be the leader in that process, and you will teach them how to do the same by your example. Really, is what that is.
Yeah, and I think with the individuality, it's about taking the lead in your own life, because who else is going to really do it for you?
That's right. You're on your own.
And if you do, and if you let someone else do it for you, you might not like what they're going to do or how they do it for you. So,
that's right.
Yeah, and I find and I mean, sometimes, the one too, that's about being brave.
Yeah.
And you said, the Emperor being bossy, and what else? Stubborn?
Arrogant, a little bit arrogant. Because he has to be, though, because if he was relying on others around him in their counsel, he wouldn't be the Emperor. He'd be a king or something,
Right.
So he has to have that arrogance. He has to know what he's doing is the right thing to do for him. And then he can help others below him, So he needs that arrogance about him.
Yeah. So that plays into the number 1 energy, numerology as well, like those traits. So some people are going to, you might come across as being bossy. So be aware of that.
Yeah.
And then some maybe you're not, and people take it as you being arrogant and bossy. And you know what? Just be brave. It's about, keep forging ahead, moving forward. That's what this month is about.
That's right.
Initiatives and initiate is another key word. That again, it's this is a time this month. It's about those who just take the initiative or initiate something new. Again, be patient with it, because you're not going to see it everything that we initiate, or some things we initiate, we're not going to see how it all turns out or unfolds. That's not what the one energy is about. You're at the starting point. It's what do you begin right now? Okay. So it's sometimes it's sometimes it's about projects or ideas we've had on the back burner, or we've been hemming and hawing about. And if it comes up again for you this month, it's okay, maybe this is the month to initiate something with that. Get
Right.
it going. Get it
Yeah.
going. Just get it going.
Right. Because you are the
Yeah.
leading edge of all of this. There is
Yeah.
no example for you to follow. There's just not.
That's
It's
right.
you creating this as we go. We are all creating it as we go. You know, even the ancestors
That's
haven't
right.
lived what we're living right now.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
are the leading edge of it.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes that means to being patient with those around us. Like if they are starting something or initiating, so let's say it's connected to work, right? And your boss says, okay, we're going to initiate a new blah blah program or a new, and don't get frustrated, be patient because it's the beginning stages, right?
they're always
And at the
hard.
big, yeah, so it's like you're working up the kinks, you're working up the mistakes, yeah, it's just about forging ahead with new ideas and just, it's about the journey. It's like you're at the beginning of the journey, and then it's going to take time to see it through. So be patient, everyone, hang in there.
Yeah.
Um, okay, now I wrote sooner than later, and I'm trying to remember why did that why did that come up?
Because I think it's because we're feeling like we need to act, right? We have this feeling like I gotta act, and I don't know on what.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, and I think one is an energy. It's impatient, right? And
There you
you
go.
can get ahead of yourself, right? So like
Right.
stay calm, okay, because that connects with stay calm, everyone. So, and it could be like everyone's like I want this to happen sooner than later, like right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So just and calm. So calm is like one is not a calm energy.
No.
Okay. So,
It's
but it came
not.
through because I think it wants us, everyone's just keep calm, stay calm. Cooler heads prevail because one can get like hot headed. It can get temperamental.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wrote down easy to get ahead of ourselves. So yeah. So calm, try to keep
Yeah.
calm. Okay.
Yeah.
It could be like a matter of like, maybe you have to step out of the room or step, or take a breath. Yeah. So
I
watch
do
that.
that. Yes, I go hide and cry to
Okay.
get calm. Well, I can't. It's hard for me to honestly to when I'm upset like that. I just want to. I go inside myself. I really do. I just want to hermit in, and it's hard for me to express in that moment. In that
Right.
moment of
Right.
crises for me, So
Yeah.
so I am proud of the keep calm the way I was distracting myself with dad and Vicky, you know what I mean? And my sister, we were
Yeah,
just
yeah, you did well,
bonding and
Julie.
right.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of myself. It's
yeah, you
just
should
not
be.
how Julie
Hmm.
reacts to things,
Yeah, you
it's
did
just not.
well.
So I'm
Yeah,
proud of myself. So look for moments where you can be proud of yourself in these
that's
moments too.
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah.
for me, like, I mean, I got different ways of me, keeping calm, but I know one of my favorites is swearing. So
Oh yeah, me too. It always helps. And
sometimes I
it's
have a mouth
proven.
like a trucker. So yeah.
The two
So
of us
it's, I
together
mean,
are
yeah, so, and
hilarious.
it's okay to swear. It's okay to swear. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna say this one, I think near the end because it's upsetting. So celebrate life came
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I love
So
that.
I think I feel that's, and this isn't about being arrogant or, throwing it in someone's face. I think it's like, I think this is, a lot of people are just ready to feel alive and ready to do things that make them feel like there's more to life than COVID, and there's more to life
Yeah.
than the conspiracy theories. There's more to
Yeah.
life than struggling finance. It's like I think people like they want to feel like they're celebrating something. There's something good. Like you see what I mean? That's what I want to go
Yeah.
with that. So
I
yeah.
agree.
So
Yes.
so and it's like I don't know. Depending where you live, some restrictions are stricter than others. Like where I am, we're not supposed to gather indoors at all. And so that makes it hard to celebrate life. But
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It's
it could
horrible.
be
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe, and we've had horrible weather, so we can't even really enjoy the outdoors. But anyways, I think once it does, when it improve, it's like, well, okay, maybe we'll celebrate life outside or on, I don't know, finding
Yeah.
ways. But I think people are ready to feel like they're part of life again, because I think it's just been
Yeah.
so depressing and sad, right?
Well, it's
Yeah.
been a battle to keep your
Hmm.
sanity during these times. It really has been. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not easy. I
Yeah.
don't know who would say, "Oh, it's been great." I have no idea who would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are, but
Some people are. I guess they're finding the
yeah.
light in everything, you know, and
Yeah. Yeah. Or it just aligns with what they like. I don't,
that's
yeah. And
right.
that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Cheesy. So I think that kind of plays into celebrate life. I think maybe that's doing things that are maybe cheesy or, laughing.
Maybe.
And it
I
could be
love
maybe
cheese,
where,
so
yeah, yeah, it could be that.
my future's going to be
Let's,
filled
I
with
want a
good cheese.
cheesy, I want a cheesy pizza for supper.
Right?
It
I
could
like
just
it.
be about, you know what, I'm not going to hold back
Goofy.
anymore. And if I
Yeah.
come across as being cheesy, I'm cheesy, right? It could be that. Or
Oh,
maybe people are
yes.
attracted to the cheesy. Yeah.
I love the
Um,
cheesy. I mean, I tell you what, when Vicky was here a couple of weeks ago, we got my dad's guitar out. He was playing the guitar. We were singing. We were all about cheesy. I
yeah,
love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Why
Why
not?
not?
Yeah, yeah, why not? Yeah. Okay. Oh, act now, think later. That kind of plays in with sooner, that's funny. So I think some people, sometimes it's going to be a matter. I think there's going to be situations that will pop up in our lives. It's going to be very individual where you won't have time to think about it. It's like you're going to have to decide at that spot what you're going to do or what, if it's a
Yeah.
yes or a no, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a situation where like, okay, we got to decide right now, and then we're going to end up thinking about it later, right? Oh, and it could be, what does this mean? Or how's this going to, affect me or my life? It could be situations like that. So it's like jumping the gun or, getting ahead of ourselves at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do the
Thank you,
best you can.
Jillian, for the birthday wishes.
Very nice.
Do the best you can, but really do act in the moment, though, because I really think that is your intuition guiding you and saying,
Yeah,
just go for it now and think about this later. Like,
that's right.
right? I think it's just a
Yeah.
good push.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yes, because sometimes too, it's like you could be denying yourself of a good opportunity
Right? Because you're
because you're
scared.
listening to
Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
instead of
Right.
hear, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes it's like we don't, it's not about working out all the details or knowing everything right now because that could prevent us from something wonderful. I find, don't you? Sometimes if you know too
Absolutely.
much at the beginning, it prevents you from something wonderful. So yeah,
I
act now,
agree
think
with
later.
you.
Yeah,
Yes. You know, there are times where you would think I would pull cards for my situation, but I don't do that. I
yeah,
don't always want to know.
right.
I want to go by my gut more. So yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Um, okay, so I'm going to put these together. So the number one energy is represented by men. It's a masculine energy, male energy. So even if you're a woman, it could be our masculine side coming out. So I feel with that, so that means a lot of times, a lot of our major situations and activities in life, there's masculine energy or a man in the forefront to that.
Mhm.
We also might be finding we're dealing more with men or masculine energy than females or feminine energy this month.
Yes, for sure. And the masculine is the
Mm,
leader. You know, we're probably just feeling that energy, that leadership energy in our lives, and that's very
yeah,
masculine. So it's just an energy. It's an energy
yeah,
of doing it alone, really, like you were saying, and
yeah,
taking that first step.
yeah. And for some of us, right, like especially if we are, like, let's say more into our feminine side, our feminine energy, this could be like, okay, this is a good month to practice or to bring out more of our masculine energy side or work
Yeah.
with that, those energies, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So alter ego, heroes, the boys club. I'm going to put all those together. And boys club, I'm getting like men mostly.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
I want to say like the rich and the elite
Yeah,
smoking their
exactly.
cigars in the exclusive, boys club. Like I want to
Yeah.
say yacht club. It's
Yeah.
not like I've ever been to
At the
one. I don't
country
know.
club, right?
Yeah, the country club. Yeah. So that comes up. So I'm wondering if that's, it could be like they make the news.
Mhm.
What else would you say, Julie? How would you take it?
I would say that that is one institution that is really falling apart right now. It's really
Mm,
crumbling. That boys club, that wanting to be a part of the elites. I think we're starting to see that maybe that's not what we thought it was. That
yeah,
lavish life. Maybe they're not as you know stable as they appear to be.
yeah,
And maybe we're just looking at this different perspective of the elites and this 1% that are, how many trillionaires were made over COVID. That doesn't inspire me. That disgusts me. And I think more people are feeling like me about that. Like, okay,
yeah,
that's not very fair. That's not right.
yeah, yeah,
So I think we're getting a different angle of these elites and what they're willing
yeah,
to give up, because it's certainly not human life. They would throw human life aside for that golden cow that they're worshiping. And we're
yeah,
starting to see this. It's an
yeah,
institution. Yeah.
yeah. And I just want to add to that, as you were explaining, I love that take on it, Julie. That's wonderful. I want to say, you know how people there's those saying like, surround yourself with successful people and you'll be a success. Like it rubs off, right?
Yeah.
So I find a lot of those sayings, they seem to associate it with these elite people.
And they do.
And
Yes.
I've always struggled with that because I'm like, well, it's not like it's not about jealousy or anything, but it's like, okay, what are the chances, first of all, of me coming across someone like that in my world? I find like
Yeah.
probably rare or never.
Right.
And even if I do, let's say, meet up with successful people, it's like my definition of a successful person is not connected to how much money they have in the bank
Yeah.
account or all their degrees
Right.
or all their company takeovers, or you know what I mean? Like for me, a
Yes.
successful person, a lot of times it's like how they maybe love and how
Yeah.
they overcome difficult situations and how they live, a kind and gentle life. Like, and it's like we need to start talking and maybe bring, associating success in those terms.
I
Right. And
agree
they
with you.
and I
Yes.
find these elite, they can be the toxic people. Because I that's the other
Yeah.
gripe I have is like, stop, going with toxic people. Well, I find I don't know them, but some of these, really elite people, they're toxic,
They are
aren't
toxic.
they?
They
And
are. Yes.
why are we putting them on this pedestal? Or why are we,
Yeah.
celebrating them? But anyway, that's where I go. And you go,
Well, and
you add.
there was a big rush too of the next generation behind ours too, of they were going to be millionaires. Everyone was going to
Mm,
be a millionaire, and that, so there was this buy-in to this life, the Kardashian life. All you had
right.
to do was be pretty and you could have anything you wanted. They'll put you on
Yeah.
TV. And so we're redefining. This is what I'm taking on this with
Oh
this wheel.
yeah.
This is another deck that I just love, but
That's a nice one. I
I
like that
like the
card.
card. But look
Yeah.
at how the world is up on a pedestal here. So I feel like we're redefining success. I
Yeah.
feel like what we used to think was successful, we're redefining that. And that's that shift. That's that pedestal turning, of who are our heroes? What are we
Yes.
admiring here? Am I
Yes.
admiring a pedophile? Why? Because he has money? So you're starting to redefine success and
Yeah.
importance, and
That's
how
right.
does money play a role in our lives? Am I
Yeah.
always going to be needing and wanting? Well, there I go. I will always be needing and wanting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
redefining, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And heroes doesn't have to be, the multi-rich. The hero could
Yeah,
be your neighbor. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling,
yeah,
a stranger. Like,
right.
yeah, and I think that's all coming to the forefront.
Yeah,
And sometimes you're going to be the hero for someone. And
that's
you
right.
think, I didn't do anything special. I'm nobody special. You're going to, but it's like, no, you maybe said or did something for them that you
Yeah,
were the hero for them because you came
absolutely.
at a time where they needed that. And whatever you gave them, it helped them tremendously. So I think,
Absolutely.
yeah, we're defining how we define heroes and who are our heroes and what they mean to us. Yeah.
Well, I can't think of a
Yeah.
historical hero that was the richest person on earth. That's why we honor them. I can't think of that.
Yeah.
It's we honor people who gave of themselves. Mother Teresa, and we uh,
Gandhi,
Gandhi, right? So
Buddha,
historically, they won't be looking
Jesus.
back on that, on the trillionaires, and saying, "Well, they were the best people here." It
Yeah.
won't happen.
And
Won't
they
be
were
the
so humble,
richest.
and they were so humble, and they didn't strive for the material, right? And they
That's
didn't,
right.
they came from the heart. And I want to say, like, I'm hoping, I don't know how history will write itself these past decades, right? But it's
Right.
like, I feel like, when did we pivot from worshiping like Bill Gates and Elon Musk,
Hmm.
Jeff Bezos,
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg? Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know what? Um, Honestly, the way I feel, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. I don't feel they are making a positive contribution to humanity. That's how, on that sense, on that
Yeah,
level. So yeah, they
I agree.
contributed, maybe with their inventions, contributed with, I don't know, the
Well,
physical stuff.
they've created monsters that they don't know what to do with now, too, because now they have these moral dilemmas to deal with and they never saw coming, and
Yeah,
of who can be on their platforms and who can't. And now you're writing on, our free speech, so there's all kinds of layers to social media that we hadn't planned on, but we'll get through. It's muddy
yeah,
now, but we've honored the wrong people. We have worshiped the wrong heroes. And I
yeah,
think that's what's occurring to us now, and it's
yeah.
heartbreaking when you do that. I was watching this documentary the other night about this guy who worshiped. He didn't worship, but he was best friends with this guy who really deceived him.
Mm,
And he said he felt like he was in that movie It's a Wonderful Life, where his whole life is a nightmare and everybody
mm,
doesn't know him, and they're all reacting, they're all different people around him, different personalities than they used to be. And he said without the redemption at the end, he just continues to live this horror, he feels like. And it's just, it's spreading like that too. It's just like we're living in different times now. We have to realize what's more important now. And this 1%, this gap of wealth, this inequality on so many
yeah,
areas besides money. I mean, because money, it goes down to the healthcare of people. When you're talking inequality, you're talking human life is
yeah,
pushed aside for the elites, and
yeah,
it's going to stop. We'll
yeah,
stop this, we'll
yeah,
change this, but it's
yeah.
not
And
easy.
no matter, I think, what they say, I have a hard time believing. Sometimes they will say, well, it's for the better of all of us, or we're doing it to
Yeah,
improve the life. And deep down, I have a hard time believing that. I know
I
you're
know.
in it for yourself.
That's right. What are you getting out of it?
Yeah, like, I have a
Right.
hard time believing they're there to help and elevate,
Right.
us.
They
I
don't
do.
seem willing to
Oh,
sacrifice. They do
no.
not seem willing to sacrifice, and
No. So it'll be interesting what
be
happens with
very
them all.
interesting.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm so anxious for that to shift out, though. I'm tired of
Yeah,
these false gods being
yeah,
worshipped. I just want to go back to worshiping God.
yeah. I'm just going to quickly chime in. So, Sarah, thanks for watching. I just want to let you know that this show is not about personal readings. We're actually talking about the forecast for the collective based on numerology, tarot, and the spirit animals. I mean, you're welcome to stick around and continue watching.
Yes, thank you for coming,
But
Sarah.
we do those shows. It'll be like next month. Yeah, is the next one. So yeah. So sorry if you
It's coming.
misunderstood the title. Yeah. Okay. So finally, this will be, I think, the bulletproof I wrote down as a.
Yes, that's right.
And when you told me about all the shootings,
Isn't that?
I'm gonna try not to choke up.
I
That's
know.
very upsetting to me.
I know.
I don't know what to say anymore, Julie, about all that. I
I'm
really
at a
don't.
loss myself. I really am. I don't know how to stop this anger wave. This just disregard for human life. Just disregard. It's.
And
I
how
don't know.
it's like, it just continues, and it's like, it's a solution.
Yeah, I know.
I and I don't mean like this is where everyone goes, but like, how one person can, it's like they get away with it, or they find like that's the solution,
Yeah.
and I mean, the effect it has, and it's like, I just, I
Yeah.
give up. That's how I go. Like, I just don't
Yeah.
get how this is allowed
I know.
still and it's still happening.
I know.
Like, my heart goes out to everyone. And it's like, prayers
Right.
aren't enough.
It's not. You hear, oh, good thoughts and prayers, and
Yeah.
it's not enough. Something's got to
No.
be done.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous that they've made this all political. It's really ridiculous because all that is all about the money once
Again,
again.
I was going to say,
You
it's
know,
about the money. They
that's
don't
all it
care.
is.
Yeah.
Manipulation. We have been
Yeah.
manipulated to the hilt with this shit. And
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I am
Yeah.
tired of mourning for these people and the
Yeah.
devastation on the families. You affect
Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. But
I know.
we just keep letting we are absolutely allowing this to happen. We had an insurrection on the White House, on the Capitol, and nothing has happened. They've
Yeah.
arrested the hundreds that. Where are the people that orchestrated this? Why aren't they paying for this so that we can set an example that you can't do that? That's
Yeah.
bad. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just doesn't exist.
Yeah, and it's such a volatile argument when it comes up. That's the other thing that's disappointing.
Yeah.
It's like, can you not see the light? Like, can you not
Right.
see what it truly does and how many people it affects?
Right.
And it's like, of course, not everyone's gonna, go on a mass shooting that owns a gun, right?
Right. Right. But the intensity of the world is too high to have everybody armed. We can't just have everybody armed. I mean, it's ridiculous. So
yeah. And I think, it's not the Wild West anymore, folks.
No, it is not.
Like they talk about their right to own a gun, but what about the right to live in a safe,
secure
society where
That's
you're not
right.
going to maybe think of the back of the mind, is someone going to come in here and start shooting everybody and everything up?
For the way I think, for what I feel, for how I live. Right.
And then you have schools with guards at the door and metal detectors. Like, really? Like,
joke.
Because that's, like, come on.
I hope the NRA is one of those institutions that crumbles at
Yes.
this point. I really do.
Yes, me too.
It's a long time coming.
Yeah.
Why they are profiting off of human life and allowed to do so is beyond me.
Yeah. And, it's like that's another group that they say one thing, and I feel like they don't align with what they say. Like, no,
there's no reason.
No, I don't even want to hear from them after a mass shooting. I don't want to hear their statement or how they feel about it, because, excuse my French, but bullshit.
Yeah. Right.
Because if you really cared, you would be part of the solution, and you're part of the problem. That's how I look at it.
That's right.
So,
Maya Angelou said it beautifully, right? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't make excuses. Don't try to defend their actions. Believe they've showed us who they are. They've showed us that human life means nothing to them. It's all about money and profit. Exactly. I believe them. them. Yeah. I don't care what they say.
Yeah. And it's not about freedom.
No.
I think it's just a tactic for them, so to get everyone riled up.
That's right.
And you keep buying the guns because, again, like you say, it comes down to the money.
That's all.
Yeah, and it's like, I wish people would just see the truth and all that.
Talk about a boys club.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And there's a lot of women that belong to this boys club too.
Yes.
I do understand that, but it is a boys club. Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we went through all the points.
Oh, we did? That was the big negative one. Was the Was the
I wanted to leave it to maybe we should end it with on a lighter note, right?
It's my birthday. We can't end it on that.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right? So let's okay, what can we say something really good about the month? I'm going to say
yes.
I feel like I'm going to say everyone's going to discover something new about themselves. That will be really positive. And when you do, go with it. Make it run with it is how I want to put it. So if you find oh, like I am really good at, I'm going to say, what would be a good example? I'm really good at making
You're good at
banana
so
cream
many
pie.
things. Right?
Go with it, run with it.
I love it. I want
Make
some
banana cream pie and share it
Right?
with the world.
Right?
I don't know where that would, it'd be funny if someone watching is like,
Somebody's
oh, I
right
love making banana cream pie.
and opens a bakery this year. Right?
Maybe you'll get banana cream pie for your birthday.
Maybe. I love banana cream pie. Somebody make me one. Who's good at it?
Yeah, I was going to say, and I think this is a month, I'm going to add one more positive.
Okay.
Um, keep your eyes and ears open because you're going to hear or maybe come across somebody new that will help move you forward in your own life. So it might be like you hear a tip. It could be you meet somebody new that will help,
That's true.
maybe move you along, like inspire you in some way. But yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's good, eh?
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
And I am looking for magic. I think my word at the beginning, remember I was questioning if it was
Oh,
going to be
yes.
magic or not. It is definitely magic because I'm doing a new moon potion tomorrow night. Me and Rosie are going to do a little candle ceremony for my dad. And I'm just going to continue to believe in magic. I really am, because when I do that, I find it and I find the magical moments in every day. And I spent a solid week finding magic in every single day on really what should have been the darkest days for me.
Yeah.
So that's my wish to you. That's my birthday wish to you, that you find magic in every single day. There's something magical about that day. And that is my birthday wish to the collective, that they see that.
Oh, I love that. Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, everyone, I guess that's wonderful. I'm going to end it on that note, Julie. That's beautiful. Well, thanks everyone for watching, whether it was live or if you're going to watch the recording. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
Yeah, drop us a line if you're interested in booking a reading. So Julie's contact is scrolling at the bottom. And then there's
Yes.
my contact. And also, too, we do readings. If you want to book both of us at the same time, we don't have
Super
many
fun.
available spots for that because it's hard to, arrange our schedules together. But yeah,
Super
even
fun.
reach out to one of us about that. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you'll like it. Okay.
And thank you everyone so much for the birthday wishes. I can't
Mhm.
tell you, I feel your love and your support to all of you. And I'm just so grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Well, 55 wishes you get to make today, Julie. That's a
Yes.
lot.
I can't wait. I got
Yeah,
them.
okay. All right. Okay, thanks everyone. Be well, stay safe. Have a good month ahead, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.